And it's University of Phoenix Stadium. That's where we're at in Glendale, Arizona. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals. They'll come out in the pistol. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Breeze throwing on second down. It's brought in by Kevin White. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. They go play action here on first down. And it's caught. Kobe Fleener. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And there's a nice completion to Kobe Fleener, and no one can be happier than Drew Brees.
Yeah, he had Jimmy Graham for all those years, Ben Watson last year, and now coming south from Indianapolis, Fleener. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
They'll run with Peterson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Tyrann Mathieu has a cornerback's build with safety skills. The Honey Badger knows where the football is.
On the direct snap, this is Peterson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Now this time, Breeze will throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Kevin White with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Three and a half to go, first quarter. First carry now. This is Johnson trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Let's go, let's go.
They go to Johnson again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Let's look at this offense now, and let's talk about John Brown.
An exciting young talent from Pittsburgh State, home of the Gorillas. Hard to cover, great moves in short areas.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Palmer. It's caught. Nelson. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Get ready. Blue 58.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Cardinals a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
From midfield now, here's Palmer. Backing up, going up top. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Ten yards to go on third. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw is Breeze. It's complete to Flaner. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They're never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
It's brought in here by Willie Snead. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Looking for his tight end Flaner, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Here we go. Blue 95. Blue 95.
Again, it's Johnson. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Palmer. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
But when it comes to Patrick Peterson, it does not matter where the Pro Bowl is being played. It doesn't matter whether it's Hawaii or the site of the Super Bowl. He's going to be selected for that game. He's into his 6th year now, a Pro Bowler in his previous 5, but he's gotten better in the last couple of years. Gotten his weight down, understands what receivers even better than before, and plays with a great joy and physicality that all comes together and makes it a hard day for receivers to run patterns against him.
And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Mirror. Let's go.
Now Palmer to throw. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Fresh set of downs here. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. They run again with Peterson. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for third down. Now Breeze. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm. Wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They begin the drive with Johnson. Oh, he bowls over him, fighting through. They got 29 yards there, and it's good enough for an Arizona first.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball, because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed. Plenty of open field to get after that.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They come out here in the eye. From midfield now, here's Palmer. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Brown with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. More from the desert after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, here's Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent. And that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw in film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff, so they decided to take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And he's got Snead. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 2nd and 10 here. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a play fake. Breeze. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Another pistol look here. Now Breeze on the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And 4th down coming up. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Bulldozes past him, and he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Andrew Hawkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The rookie out of Ole Miss, Robert Kimdichie, in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Breeze now. It's grabbed over the middle by White. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now Breeze on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. He's got daylight. 30. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Breeze to try again after the pick 6. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Breeze will try again on second down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. They come up in an offset eye. Breeze going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop right around the 25. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
On second down, here's Palmer. And his throw is incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on third down. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good run there, 8 yards. Gets him much closer to the end zone with 4th and goal looming. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Dawson's kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They run the counter now. It's Peterson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now Breeze. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And Patrick Peterson there getting his hand on another one.
And that's multiple times in this game where he's able to knock the ball away. Are we sure he just has 2 arms, 2 hands? Because it feels like he's almost like an octopus out there. How do you get a pass into a receiver when Patrick Peterson's defending him?
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. They'll come out in the pistol. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on 2nd.
Let's go.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense.
Let's go.
Andre Ellington, his first carry. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He's got White here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got Snead. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, One thing they did learn, find open areas, find some...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Shift together here from the D-line. Breeze to throw on second down. Surveying the field, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. On third and long, it's Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Kuhn. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
Well, this season's going nowhere. No reason not to go for it. And it's a rare success for them as they keep the drive alive.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Breeze will try again on second down. On the left side, a catch by White. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion, beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
In his career, he has a spell of 10 straight seasons, 4,000 yards or more, only quarterback to do that. We're seeing more of it here in this one.
We better not take it for granted, because what we're watching, it's vintage Drew Brees, but it still is excellent.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Corey Peters in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Peterson alone in the backfield. Now Breeze on the bootleg. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On the stop, Stephon Anthony with a tackle.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Second down, 9 yards to go.
Watch left. He's right there.
They come up in an offset eye. Again, they run with Ellington. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. And that way, you often control the game.
On third down, Palmer. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Take it in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Kobe Flainer, the tight end, is intended.